Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, your favorite tarot reader, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what type of person do they think you are. So you guys asked for the gender neutral version of the reading I did the other day, so here it is. I'll try to be as accurate as I can, but it is a bit tricky when reading for the collective. If you want something more personal, you can always check in with the psychic for a more in-depth description. Speaking of which, I tried a clairvoyant from Psychic Source, and yes, they're sponsoring today's video. Thank you, Psychic Source. I got matched with a clairvoyant through their site, and honestly, I wasn't expecting her to be that accurate. I gave her no personal info, just asked about my future love life, and somehow she instantly picked up that I'm already in a relationship. She literally said, "Why are you asking about the future without mentioning him?" I was literally speechless, but then I remembered that's kind of what I do too. Still a shocking experience to be on the receiving end of it. She described my future partner as someone who makes me really happy, with great communication and bond that can handle anything. But the part that really stuck with me, she said she saw my future husband giving me purple flowers. A few weeks later, nothing happened, so I kind of forgot about it. Then we saw a tattoo promo on Instagram. My boyfriend sent me his ideas so I can book, and boom, a purple flower. Not a bouquet, but I'm definitely taking that as a sign. You can chat with gifted advisors however you're most comfortable, phone, video, or even text. Setting up my account on their website was super easy, and they have this quick little quiz that helps you find a psychic based on what you're looking for, whether it's love, past lives, energy readings, whatever. It made the whole process really personal and intentional. What sets them apart is the level of care and integrity. Only 2% of their applicants actually become advisors, so you know you're speaking to someone who's truly gifted and held to high ethical standards. And they back everything up with a no risk guarantee. If you're not happy with your last paid reading, it's free. For a limited time, you can use my code Siren at psychicsource.com when checking out, or you can just click the link in my description box below at trypsychicsource.com/siren. You'll get up to 40 minutes with an advisor for just $19.80. That's up to a $240 value. You don't have to use it all in one session. You can spread those minutes out across multiple advisors to see who you truly resonate with. They also donate 1% of your purchase to charity at no extra cost to you. Oh, and yes, I do get paid for this promo, so when you sign up with Psychic Source, you're feeding a perpetually hungry, slightly dramatic psychic, that'd be me, and funding my next impulsive crystal purchase. As you can see, the channel needs some new crystals, but that's all for now. Thank you again to Psychic Source for sponsoring today's video. So getting back to your pile selection, you can either pick your pile based off your zodiac sign, their zodiac sign, or based off the pile you're most drawn to. So for pile 1, we have Golden Cat's Eye with the Hanged Man. Then for pile 2, we have Red Cat's Eye with the Sun. And for pile 3, we have Blue Lace Agate with the Knight of Wands. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. So once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile ones. If you chose the Golden Cat's Eye Crystal and the Hangman card, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what type of person do they see you as. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest, and you can keep this person in mind while I shuffle your cards. So spirit guides of pile 1, please tap me into the energy. Oh my gosh, these cards are not working with me today. Please tap me into the energy of the person on their mind. And please show me what type of person do they see pile 1 as. What type of person do they see pile 1 as? So we have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Devil card. And we have Temperance. So firstly, they see you as this very independent person with the Nine of Pentacles, maybe almost hyper independent with the Devil next to it, sort of like the extreme version of independence. They could also see you as a very focused individual, focused on your goals, watering your dreams until it becomes a reality. And you could also be a very nurturing person. I see a lot of earth sign energy and Pisces energy so far, especially Capricorn with the Devil, as well as Sagittarius with Temperance. So they see you as this responsible person that can be very self-focused at the moment. And the reason why you're focused on self right now is because you're trying to focus on your goals and, like I said, watering your dreams at the moment. So right now you're in this selfish phase of your life. This is not a bad thing. This is more so focusing your energy within, focusing on your own goals, your own life, rather than other people's lives. You're kind of in this phase of like minding your business, being at peace with yourself and your own life, and just flowing in some way. They see you as a go with the flow type of person, a very playful yet funny person as well. I'm also hearing the word elegant. Then we have the Emperor. So what type of person do they see pile one as? They see you as someone that is extremely perceptive of others, like very observant, and you see things from a different perspective. You can offer different perspectives through your advice too. So the Emperor, the Four of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. I do think that this person tends to get very obsessed with you, but then they try to almost seem very nonchalant because they don't want to come on too strong or feel embarrassed from being so obsessed with you all the time. So they try to almost just cool that energy down. But I do see that here. They may also be very sexually attracted to you with the Devil and kind of try to make it seem like they're less, not because they don't like you or that they don't want to show it, but because they feel it so much that they try to almost cool it down a little bit and not come on too strong. And if this is not a romantic connection or sexual connection in nature, then you can just ignore that message. But that is what I see here for some of you. They think that you are comfortable with all sides of yourself, the good, the bad, all sides of yourself in general. You just own it. You're comfortable with yourself. You're secure with yourself. They think that as a result of you putting in so much effort towards building something good for yourself, it's taken a lot of time to get to where you are today. But there's still this energy of when things kind of progress in a way, you'll find that all the results you've been looking for come in all at once with the Eight of Wands. It's like at first you're building towards it, maybe not seeing results yet, but then all of a sudden, bam, all the results come in at once. That's what I see with the Eight of Wands opposite Temperance. With double four here, they see you as this very stable person, and I'm hearing it's impressive to them how much stability you have. Perhaps security is also important to you, and perhaps you're also very protective over your loved ones. There's something about good time management showing up. And the fact that you don't rush through tasks, but, you know how to like get it done in a sufficient amount of time. You could meditate a lot or do certain things that involve some kind of spiritual routine. You could be a very contemplative person as well. very self-aware as well. Like when you do something wrong, you kind of know how to forgive yourself and make peace with yourself while still doing better next time, if that makes sense, whether it's a mistake or doing something wrong, apologizing, owning up to it. That's kind of what I see here. They also see you as this very confident, outspoken type of person, and you're also protective of yourself. You have strong boundaries here, and this strong ego, but it's healthy in a way. It's not like you're coming from this unhealthy place of ego. There's like a strong confidence here. So we have the Strength card showing up next. We could have a lot of Leo showing up too, as well as Aries. So I guess all the fire signs. But I feel like this pile could possibly have a mix of earth and fire, because I feel like you're not the typical fire sign. If you are a fire sign, like you're more responsible than most fire signs. So what I find, like astrology wise, not always, sometimes it also depends on the degrees in a person's chart. Sometimes it's like maybe they'll have a fire sun and an earth moon, and then they'll be a lot more responsible, if that makes sense. But it doesn't have to be. Ace of Pentacles, the Death card, the Ace of Swords. So with that, for example, like I have a fire rising, but I have a lot of earth degrees, and I find that I don't act like the typical fire sign because of that. So I find that like certain things in our chart influence us to not always act like the typical portrayal of that zodiac sign, if that makes sense. Okay, anyways, we also have Scorpio here. Yeah, if you are in a connection with this person romantically, there is a lot of attraction here. I keep seeing that over and over again. And I keep seeing that energy of like you being protective over others, especially when it comes to people that want to use the people around you or don't have good intentions to people around you. Or like, let's say somebody tries to be rude to like a little sibling. There's something about like you would defend them at any time. There's so much loyalty here, like a fiercely loyal energy. And perhaps you've dealt with certain users yourself and you don't like that energy where you see it immediately and you just cut the person off. You set boundaries immediately. They think that you've healed a lot and that you're a free spirit at the same time. Like with being responsible, you're also this free-spirited person. They also see you as a type of person that is very intelligent and, like I said, perceptive, observant. But they also see you going through a transitional phase in your life right now where you are changing and transforming as a person. And so your personality is changing and transforming too by the day. And I think as you're transforming and changing, this person is getting to know new versions of you. And they are pleasantly surprised by that and secretly clapping for you for your growth and for how you've transformed. They also see you as the type of person that is always on the lookout for different opportunities that are going to change your life and just help you and the people around you, because when you sort of reach higher levels, it also benefits the people around you. Like, for instance, family. So just as I was speaking about that, I received this notification from the I Am app. I always use it. This is not like sponsored, by the way. I always use it for affirmations. And right after I said that, it gave me a notification saying I am meant to achieve incredible things. So that's possibly for you guys. So they think you're just going to achieve a lot in this lifetime. That you're also very talented. You know your own strengths and weaknesses and you don't let it hold you back either. You pick your battles wisely as well. Like, you're this calm, peaceful person where you don't allow like yourself to get into conflicts a lot. In fact, maybe you don't like conflicts a lot unless it's like really necessary. They could also see you as the type of person that's very motivated and flexible to change, adaptable to change. Someone here is very street smart. And they see you as extremely capable. And I keep getting the word self-aware. Okay, we have the Six of Cups. I'm even seeing the Hermit card in my mind's eye, the Nine of Wands, and the Three of Wands with the Seven of Cups. So you could have been one way before in the past and completely changed in a way. Like, had personality changes, and I think this person has noticed that. It's like over time you've evolved as a person. So they see you as this very expansive, transformative person that also changes the lives of people around you. They also see you as someone that is a dreamer, someone that dreams big and sort of shoots for the stars, like towards your goals, I mean. And there's also this energy of like not letting challenges hold you back, not giving up even when challenges arise, and just continue to take it step by step, day by day, and not stress yourself out over like little problems or challenges. You try to see problems or challenges in a different way where you can learn something from it and grow from it and sort of expand from it in some way. They also see you as very mystical, almost fairy-like, as we see in this card here, but strong at the same time too and resilient. Sort of like very whimsical in a way, but I'm also hearing methodical and mysterious. So I'm seeing the angel number 111 for you. Sometimes you could say certain things where you're being serious and people think you're joking, but you're being serious. This person also just sees you as a very balanced, receptive type of person right now. And when I say receptive, this has to do with manifestation. So I don't know if this person actually thinks of it in terms of the word manifestation, but what I see here is you're just going to manifest all your dreams and wishes. And because you're in this heart-centered energy, this is how I'm seeing it energetically. It's kind of like you're more open and magnetic to bigger blessings. And because you put out good into the world, I see a lot of good karma and good luck here. Okay, let's get our last three cards, and then we're gonna get some more zodiac signs and initials. I'm not gonna pull as many zodiacs because I feel like I mentioned quite a few in this reading. Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. They see you as someone that is proud of what you've built so far. And when you get to a place where you're like happy with the result, you're probably going to not necessarily show it off, but like proudly showcase it to the world and sort of share your wins in a way where you're happy to have it, but not in a way of like showing off. Do you get what I mean? Again, the Six of Swords here can represent change, so I see some personality changes here. This person also thinks you have gone through some kind of betrayal that maybe changed you in a way, or like some kind of ending or painful period of your life changed you in some way. They see you as a type of person that takes painful moments and works with it and uses it to almost turn your pain into your power instead of letting it break you down. So again, there's a strength and resilience with this pile. You don't look at it like, why me? Maybe at first you do, but you don't let it get you down for long, and you use those painful moments to kind of expand you and transform you in a way. Okay. Let's pull your zodiacs. I'm going to pull like, I think that much. So we have Mars, which is Aries and Scorpio, confirmation of what I said earlier. Then we have Taurus. So Mars and Taurus could be a potential placement here for some. Or Mars and Virgo. Well, we have Virgo energy too. Join my membership. I hear the word beauty. We have Saturn, which is Aquarius and Capricorn energy. Then we have Pluto, which is also Scorpio. So we have like strong Scorpio here. Mercury, which is Virgo and Gemini, and the Sun, which is Leo. So Virgo is also coming up quite prominently. So with double Virgo here, you could be this very organized person. I hear very literate and sort of like paying attention to small details. Like you notice small details that maybe other people don't notice. We could also have Virgo, Mercury, Sun, Pluto, or Taurus, Mercury, Sun, Pluto, Saturn, all those placements. Even Virgo, Saturn. With Saturn here, you've gone through very extreme life lessons in life, and it's kind of taught you to be more responsible, more disciplined. But with karma here as well, I feel like people that mess with you get really bad karma. So you could be very spiritually protected in some way. You are also very good at communicating, very intelligent. It's like you speak in a very eloquent, smart way. And you're perhaps constantly gaining more knowledge that helps you transform your perspective as well. They see you as the type of person that, again, has some type of healthy ego here. You know yourself, you're comfortable with your own identity, and you're perhaps this very self-expressive person, perhaps very chatty as well. And you seem confident in yourself when you speak as well. They also see you as someone with a lot of energy, maybe a high sex drive if that's applicable. And there's perhaps also a lot of desire here. You're probably an action-orientated person. You don't just think about wanting to do something or dream about it or talk about it. You actually do it. You don't like conflict or confrontation, but when it's necessary, you will be confrontational. You're possibly someone that's interested in psychology, understanding people's thought process or mind. And I see someone with like a possible stellium here. So let's get your initials now. Oh my gosh, so this is so cool. Just as I checked my phone right now, I saw 11111. And someone called me with an 888 number. So 888 represents wealth, and 111 can represent manifestations, making a wish. It also represents new beginnings, new possibilities. So as I was kind of like getting your initials here, I was seeing this album cover or song cover, and it's Water Based by Nalu. And in the cover, she's kind of like showing her booty a little bit. So maybe there's something about like having a very nice body or behind area or being like a little bit curvy. She's not so She's not so curvy where it's like a voluptuous kind of body type, but she kind of has the body type that's looks like kind of slim thick. So I don't know if some of you have that type of body type, but anyways, there's just something about that showing up. If you want to listen to the song, you can. It's more of a sensual song. So yeah, we spoke about that energy with Mars. So we have X here, we have F, we have O, J, B, D, and for some reason I'm seeing Scream Queens. I don't know why. I'm not seeing like a particular character. I, A, and U. So that is what I have for you. I do hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time. Hi there, my pal twos. If you chose the Red Cat's Eye Heart and the Sun card, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what type of person do they see you as. For the person on your mind, please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest, and you can keep this person in mind while I shuffle your cards. So spirit guides of pile number 2, please tap me into the energy of my pile 2s, and please show me, please also tap me into the person on their mind. Please show me what type of person do they see pile 2 as? What type of person do they see pile 2 as? So firstly, I'm getting something about like getting overwhelmed easily. I'm seeing ADHD energy. Of course, I'm not a medical professional. I can't diagnose anybody, but I'm seeing somebody that like, okay, let's say they make an appointment at 2. They can't do anything until 2 because they're just so worried they accidentally missed that appointment. Or let's say they have like so many things to do and then they go and do something that's maybe not so important. I'm even seeing like the type of energy of being or struggling to focus on something for like long periods of time. Okay, so we have the King of Wands, we have the Seven of Swords, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so I see somebody that is very positive, optimistic, passionate about life. Very like upbeat, bubbly type of personality. They also see you as someone that's confident within yourself. And it's kind of like you're learning to take up space and learning to hold yourself accountable, I just heard. There's also something about you kind of like either you're learning to be less shy and get out of your shell and socialize more with people, or you've always been this like very extroverted, like people type of person. I don't know if this person gets nervous in front of you a lot because I struggled to start your pile. Like I kept making mistakes. So maybe this person kind of like gets nervous when talking with you and like says the wrong thing by accident. I think that this person also sees you as someone that can be hot-headed at times and can sort of have like this tunnel vision towards something you're focusing on. So let's say you're focused on a task. You don't like anybody to kind of like bother you while you're busy with that task because it kind of takes your attention off that. Or let's say you're focused on a relationship, you're not going to look elsewhere. There's something about some kind of tunnel vision. I also heard the word calculative and strategy. But this is not necessarily coming through as negative. It's more so to do with your career. Like maybe you're very strategic about the things you plan or do in regards to your career. And perhaps you also don't tell people about your goals. With the Seven of Swords here next to the Ten of Pentacles, it's kind of like you're hiding your plans, you're hiding what you're doing, like you're moving in silence in a way. And the Hamsa hand is here, so it's for your own energetic protection. Maybe you're someone that like attracts a lot of evil eye or jealousy your way. Maybe this person sees you as someone that other people often get jealous of. Yeah, Five of Wands, competitive energy. I don't think they see you as competitive per se, but I think they see other people around you as competitive. And sometimes it can be exhausting constantly dealing with that because you want to be able to trust people around you, but now it's like you don't know who's truly genuine and who truly like wants you to win and who doesn't. So the Five of Swords and the Page of Cups. Did you have some kind of like falling out with this person? Because for some of you, I'm seeing this energy of you have like some kind of argument with them or conflict with them. This won't resonate with everybody. And maybe both of you were petty towards each other at the time. Kind of like playing this petty game of like, I hurt you, then you hurt me more, then I hurt you more. So what I'm seeing is like in my mind's eye, I'm seeing like, you know, in movies when two friends kind of have like a rivalry. It doesn't have to be friends, but I'm seeing that in my mind's eye. And so these friends are like fighting and they're being petty with each other. And then one person does something to the other, then the other person retaliates, and so on and so forth. And it just becomes this whole cycle. I think their perception of you has warped because of that, where they may see you as like a petty, argumentative type of person because of that, but that may not be in your true character. That may just be the side this person brought out of you, and that may not be you like fully. Does that make sense? But that's just the side of you that they're kind of seeing because of that circumstance. Does that make sense? So I would take this with a grain of salt, because the thing is, some people can see us a certain way because they only saw a certain side of us, but that doesn't mean that's who we are fully. The thing is, someone could see us a certain way, but that's just one portion of a side of us they've seen. That's not the full us that they've seen. So that could be applicable for some of you, not all. Only take it if it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, don't force the message. But this could also be them seeing you have this with another person, if that's applicable. There's something about clumsiness showing up, you being a creative person, and something about being an animal pet lover. I'm also seeing something about you having many great ideas, being very innovative. And as a result of that, I think you're this type of person that's very unique, and you kind of create your own things, like whether it has to do with fashion, literal art. There's just something about people trying to copy you or steal your ideas or steal your talents in some way. Though they can't steal your literal talent, they can maybe copy an idea from you, but they can't steal your brain that came up with the idea in the first place. Does that make sense? So that's how this person's viewing it. They can copy and steal, but they're never going to have that magic that you have to kind of actually start creating it and coming up with ideas. For some of you with the Seven of Swords, Five of Swords, they could think that you're hiding something from them. Or I could read this as you've had many people around you that were maybe untrustworthy and hid things from you. With the High Priestess at the back of the deck, you could be very spiritually aware. You could be very in tune with that spiritual side of yourself. And you could also be very intuitive in some way. Though this person sees you as someone that's like, when you're in those conflicts, you try to clear it after. Like, maybe you might be petty and say things like in the moment when you're angry, but with selenite here, you try to clear the energy after. You don't like to stay mad at people for long. You don't like to go on with that petty cycle for long. And if that person doesn't want to accept the apology, then so be it. But I think that you kind of try to be the bigger person in certain situations and try to kind of put your pride and ego aside and apologize for what you maybe did wrong or what you maybe said that was wrong. So 2 of Wands, the 7 of Wands, the Temperance card, and the 9 of Pentacles, with the Wheel of Fortune at the back of the deck. So their perception of you is changing because of this. I think at first they saw the pettiness and they were like taken aback by it. But when they saw you kind of like trying to be the bigger person, their perception changed of you and became a lot lighter. And I don't want this reading to be a negative reading, but this is just what I'm truthfully seeing with the 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, because 5 of Wands is all about conflict, 5 of Swords is all about pettiness, 7 of Swords is all about sneakiness. But I feel like with the double 5 here, this talks about change, because the number 5 represents change in numerology. Well, I don't know if it's numerology or angel numbers, but I know it represents change. But anyways, yeah, something about their perception of you is becoming kind of like clearer in a way where they see you as this more nuanced person that's human, that makes mistakes, but can own up to it and can try to evolve as you're in that, you know what I mean? Like, the way they're seeing you is nobody's perfect, but at least you can admit where you went wrong and at least you can grow from it and evolve from it and kind of like be the bigger person in certain situations. So there's something also about you kind of having a guard up with people with the 7 of Wands, not trusting people easily. You could have had a lot of people in your life just F you over, be sneaky, go behind your back and do things, just be untrustworthy in general. And with the 7 of Wands next to Temperance, you take your time to let your guard down, to open up in front of people. You may be this very talkative, chatty, extroverted person. Or like I said, you may be trying to get out of your shell and be more talkative around people. But there's still something about you still having some kind of guard up, not letting people in fully. Being polite and friendly, but not fully letting them in. Not fully being vulnerable yet, until you know you can trust them fully. And that takes time to build. You're not going to become best friends with someone in one day. That takes time to build for you. And that, I think, is like a very healthy way of going at it. Because I feel like sometimes, or a lot of the time, when people try to like rush into a relationship, it doesn't always end well. There's something about having like a really good fashion style, really nice hair as well. And also, I see somebody that is like always drinking water, taking care of their body in some way. And I see somebody like that is always trying to balance it out in a way where, let's say they treat themselves to McDonald's and they maybe like drink a lot of water after to balance it out or something like that. I see some kind of like focus on your health where you want to be a healthy person. Maybe not just physically, but healthy emotionally, mentally, too. It feels like you're trying to take care of yourself in a way. I see somebody that like makes sure their body's moisturized at all times, takes care of themselves physically, emotionally, mentally. Emotionally, that could be like journaling, going to therapy, Mentally, it could be like doing certain things, like reading, I guess. I don't know, but that's kind of what's coming through. Someone that takes good care of themselves, doesn't neglect themselves. Also, there's something about you not telling people about the choices you make immediately. You give it some time until you tell people about it, or like the plans you're making. Like I said before, I see that message again with Two of Wands, Seven of Wands, and Temperance. It's kind of like I make a decision and I first wait to see how it plays out before I tell people. I first like wait to see it come into fruition first before I tell people. They see you as like a very happy, light-hearted person as well. Someone that doesn't take life too seriously. Something about being good with children as well. The not Six of Swords, King of Swords, Six of Cups. The Hierophant, Four of Cups, and Knight of Swords. So when I look at his arms here, I'm hearing that song I Am Titanium by Sia. So that could be applicable, like those lyrics, according like to how this person views you and sees you. This person does see you as the type of person that is mature. And although you may not be perfect in all circumstances, you're human. You try to act with that maturity and you try to take your own advice in certain situations. They see you as someone that has innocence to you, like an innocent side to you, but they also see you as someone that is also intelligent at the same time and mature at the same time. Yet at the same time, you're also very connected to your inner child. There's something about making decisions from the heart and the head, like taking both into consideration. And there's also something about someone that gets bored easily and needs to constantly keep themselves busy or keep themselves doing like different activities or tasks to mentally stimulate them or just keep them busy, because I see you like getting bored very easily or not liking routine that much. Needing to switch things up, spice things up to keep yourself entertained in some way. Like I see someone that maybe doesn't like doing the same task over and over again, maybe has like multiple different hobbies, doesn't like to hang out with the same people every single day. There's also something about them seeing as the type of person that goes all out with gifts and is very thoughtful with gifts. And there's also something about some of you potentially being short and petite, or kind of having like this cute look about you. I feel like some of you also like luxury or want to live in luxury. And sometimes this person thinks that others underestimate you because of your cute, playful nature. But that's when they really see that they shouldn't underestimate you, because there's something about you kind of like making power moves that people don't expect or see coming, and then they're shocked by it. And I feel like you've experienced this a lot, where people try to give you backhanded compliments because they don't fully like want to give you your flowers or see you shine. So yeah, I think that message of like this pile attracting a lot of envy because of your greatness, because like why would they be envious if there was nothing to be envious about? Like you clearly have something to be envious about. That message keeps showing up for you guys consistently. There's also something about working smart, not hard. Maybe trying to take shortcuts or make the task go by quicker in a way so that you don't have to spend hours doing it. I'm seeing I'm seeing like, when you're a teenager and your parents tell you to clean your room and then you just like chuck everything in the closet and you clean what's in sight. I'm seeing that in my mind's eye, which is kind of making me laugh. When I say shortcuts, it doesn't have to be that literally, but yeah. Let's go ahead and pull your zodiac signs now. So the zodiac signs we do see so far with the Hierophant, this is Taurus energy. What other cards do we have here? Temperance was Sagittarius. We had a lot of fire sign energy, especially Leo, come through here. So let's see what zodiacs we get here. So there's something about like posting on social media a lot, allowing yourself to be seen more by others. So join my membership. We have the 9th house, which is Sagittarius confirmation. We have Pisces. I also wanted to say Pisces, but I wasn't sure if I should. We have Jupiter, which is Pisces and Sagittarius, so double Pisces and Sagittarius. We have the 10th house, which is Capricorn, Scorpio, Venus. Some of you could have 10th house, Scorpio or Scorpio Venus, even a Scorpio 9th house or Jupiter, or Pisces 9th house, 10th house, Jupiter or Venus. Then we have the 3rd house, which is Gemini energy. Venus is Libra and Taurus, by the way, and the 12th house is Pisces again. So lots of Pisces energy. With Pisces, this is a very spiritual sign, as well as the 9th house. That confirms what we said about spirituality. So they perhaps see you as like this very deep philosophical person that maybe has some spiritual gifts as well. They also see you as someone that's very expansive, lucky, wise, like I said before. And there's also something about you loving people in a sort of idealistic way where you see the best in people. I don't think you're so much like that now. I think you were very much like that in your younger years. Now you're more cautious of people, where you see a balance of the best and the worst in them. You see their potential, but now you don't become blinded by that, where you look at them with rose-colored glasses, because sometimes you can see a person's potential and you can see the best in them, but sometimes people don't see that themselves, or sometimes they don't want to become that themselves. So you've learned to not look at situations with rose-colored glasses, but you've also learned to, well, right now you're learning to trust people again and to kind of, I guess, see people for who they are, but also continue seeing people for their potential when they show that they can expand and grow towards that. I think that you're comfortable being in solitude is what they how they see you. They also see you as like the type of person that obsesses over people when you love them, like a very intense kind of lover. And maybe you also obsess over your goals until you achieve it. There's also something about you talking about your goals a lot. You can talk about like lighthearted, fun things, but I see you talking about your goals a lot, talking about things that are important, talking about spirituality, like having deep conversations. You can have like lighthearted, fun conversations too, like gossip too, but it's not your main focus. There's something about finding hidden treasures. I don't know what that means, but I just heard hidden treasures. And with hidden enemies here, this confirms what we said. There could be a strong relationship with a sibling too. And you could be the type of person that's always putting people on, not gatekeeping. Like I see someone asking you where you got something and you don't gatekeep it. So let's get the initials now. So we could also see Venus in the 12th house, Jupiter in the 12th house, Scorpio in the 3rd house, 12th house, Pisces in the 3rd house, 12th house. Okay, let's see what initials we have here. We have the initial A. I'm seeing a cheerleader in my mind's eye. I don't know why. AI. Maybe some of you use AI or ChatGPT a lot. Or maybe some of you are kind of like robotic in a way. Like in the way you talk or move. I don't know. Oh. Or maybe you're like on your phone a lot. You use technology a lot. Again, like reminds me of spirituality. Like someone that like meditates a lot, maybe. We have J. We have G. We have Y. I'm also seeing someone with like a Jeep or big car. X. U. B. Maybe someone here's into cars, I guess. And F. BF reminds me of boyfriend or best friend. So yeah, that is what I have for you. I do hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time. Hi Pal 3, if you chose the Blue Lace Agate Crystal and the Knight of Wands card, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what type of person do they see you as for the person on your mind. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. And you can keep this person in mind while I shuffle your cards. So spirit guides of pile number 3. Please tap me into their energy and the energy of the person on their mind. And please show me what type of person does this person see pile 3 as? What type of person do they see pile 3 as? So we have the Ace of Swords. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the Eight of Wands. So I see somebody that is smart, ambitious, intelligent, more than capable, action-orientated, doesn't just say they're going to do something, but goes and does it anyway. There's something about you kind of just being this very busy person. And there's also something about you growing financially or trying to grow your finances. I also see something about you not like taking other people's opinions into consideration. Like you're going to the beat of your own drum. You don't care what other people are saying about you. There's also this hot and heavy, steamy energy I feel between you and this person, if this is romantic or sexual. They may kind of question how serious you are about them, if you even like want something serious with them, because there's something about you guys like connecting very passionately in a way. With that hot and steamy energy I was picking up on, if this is romantic or sexual, there's this type of energy of them wondering like how much you even like them, if this is just something casual or not. I think this person is very interested in you, but they don't know where they stand with you. We have the Judgment card. Like they want to know, are you just attracted to them? Or like, is this just casual? Is this just fun? Is this just pleasure? Or is there more to this? I think this person doesn't want to like end up catching feelings for you if it's just something casual, and I think they would rather know the truth, but they're kind of like unsure how you are perceiving them in that sense. So we have Judgment, Seven of Pentacles, and Eight of Swords. There's something about you being like a beautiful sunset or handsome sunset, depending on your gender. And there's something about like you being there, bringing them this feeling of like, wow. Like when you look at a sunset, you're like, wow, so beautiful, so pretty. But then before they know it, you're gone. So I don't know if some of you are in like a no contact situation, or if it's a situation where like maybe you're very busy where you don't get to see them often. Or maybe there's something about like time just moving by quickly with you where it feels like the meetings you guys are having are so short. Even if it's like you're seeing each other for 3 days, it just feels so short that they want to almost spend more time with you. And I'll get into how this person sees you in a moment, but I'm just channeling what I see here. I do see that this person almost wants to spend more time with you, but doesn't want to come across as clingy. Because they truly like your presence and admire you in some way. And I see them like wanting to hold your hand a lot, wanting to be gentle with you. I see them kind of like wanting to nurture you when you need it. So in terms of the type of person they see you as, they see you as someone that is physically appealing and aesthetically pleasing. They like staring at you and viewing your photos and staring at you in public, like in person, I mean. There's also something about them like wanting to please you sexually. I don't know why I can't say this, what I'm seeing, but I see them bending down and pulling your pants down, if you can read between the lines of what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. Anyways, I also see them seeing you as the type of person that is very hardworking, and they admire that about you. And if this is romantic, there's something about you being exactly their type, and them like looking for a hardworking type of person. That's something they find attractive. So like a lot of your personality traits are something they find attractive and is something they're looking for in like romance, if that makes sense. They also think that you have very nice eyes. And if you have tattoos, they like your tattoos. And the way your hair looks and your facial features. They sometimes see you as a little bit closed off, but they think that they should just give it time, that they're possibly expecting you to open up too fast, and it's not going to happen that fast. So they're kind of like giving you time and space to open up to them in some way. Even if they see you that way and you don't see yourself that way, I feel like some of you, like this may be like a new connection or someone you're still getting to know. And so their perception of you may change over time as you open up to them. They also see you as someone that is very diligent. Like you show up to the things that are important to you. You don't come across as somebody that's flighty or ignorant, I hear. They think that you do have a little bit of a hot-headed side to you, but I don't know why they find it attractive. I'm just seeing that in my mind's eye. I'm also seeing this energy of like, I like the fact that you're not nice to everybody. So it's not that you're not a kind person. That's not what I'm seeing. But so if you're dating this person or like in a situationship with this person, what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is, when someone is like with somebody and that person doesn't like allow other men or women to talk to them, and they're kind of like just not rude to men and women that try to talk to them, but kind of just not too friendly either. And they're only friendly to like the person they're dating or interested in. There's something about them liking that about you if that applies. If it doesn't apply, don't take it. Don't force the message. Maybe they want you to be like that. I don't know, but that's what's coming through. They also think that you take very good care of yourself physically, like you groom yourself well. This person kind of gets the ick easily if somebody has like ugly nails or something like that. It's a turn off for them, and they notice that you have like a good upkeep with your physical hygiene, etc. That's what I see. They think that you're not one to rush into relationships or rush into decisions either. Like, you don't like to be pressured into making a decision. They also think that you're someone that is either family orientated, like your own family means a lot to you, or there's just something about you being like a community focused person where you're focused on others instead of just the self. There's something about bravery showing through here and courage. And you don't seem like very scared. And even if you are sometimes, I think with the Eight of Swords here, there is some like anxieties, fears, a feeling of stuckness sometimes. But I think with the Eight of Wands right opposite it, like even when you fear something, you go and do it anyways. So we have the Empress. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Seven of Cups. They think that you're very good at flirting. Like you're almost good at sweet talking in a way. And they don't know if the things you say to them are like genuine or if it's just like sweet talking or harmless flirting. They think that you're also very attractive with the Ace of Wands here, sexually attractive. And they wonder if you're seeing other people or if they're your type. They think that you work hard, play hard, like you know how to have fun but also work hard. There's something about someone being a heavyweight where you can drink a lot without getting like too drunk. Like I see someone taking like many shots and still being okay. I'm not saying you should go and do that, but I'm just seeing the energy here. I keep seeing this energy of someone that's very busy where maybe they get into work at like 7 in the morning and then they leave at 7 at night. There's something about a love for your mother or respect for your mother or close relationship with your mother. I also see earphones in my mind's eye, so maybe you're someone that likes to listen to music a lot, often has headphones or earphones in. I'm also seeing somebody with like an acts of service love language or someone that almost like just wants to take care of others and always make sure that the people around them are physically okay and like physically taken care of in some way. They also think that you're someone that knows how to plan things in advance. You don't just seem like the type of person that just shows up to something and wings it. You carefully prepare and plan in advance. We have the Ten of Wands. I'm also seeing a possessive energy, Four of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. I don't know if that's coming from them or you. So there's something about you being a lot of fun to be around. This person does enjoy the time spent with you. And going back to what I said earlier, if this isn't like, if you aren't looking for anything serious, they're okay with that because they have a lot of fun with you. But I think they would like you to kind of like tell them where they stand with you if you haven't already had that conversation. And if you have already had that conversation, then I guess they're just waiting to see action instead of words, and to see like things kind of, to see like where things kind of progress, if that makes sense. They think that you're very thoughtful to them in the sense of, like, I see you in a group setting, for example, and standing up so that they can sit down, or I see you like maybe inviting them to your house, making them food. Something about them like always being taken care of in some way by you. And I even see this energy of like, no, you don't have to carry that. I'll carry it for you. No, you don't have to do that. I'll do it for you. Something about that's coming through. This person likes the fact that you almost just take care of them in a way. They also think that you're possibly the type of person that has a close-knit friendship group where you're not like friends with like many people. Maybe you can be friends with people, but like your close friends have been in your life for probably like a long time. They also think that you're proud of what what you have and what you've accomplished for yourself, and that you're a very committed, loyal, dedicated person. And even when challenges arise, you still commit to your goals. I'm also seeing wanderlust or travel. And I'm seeing someone that doesn't kill bugs. Like, if you see a spider, you'd rather put it outside than kill it. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. I'm also seeing someone that smokes in my mind's eye. Okay, so now let's pull your zodiac signs. So far we do have Taurus showing up, as well as Libra, and also a lot of fire sign energy, especially Aries, I want to say. Okay, so let's get your zodiacs. I'm hearing staying calm under pressure. I'm seeing someone that has been a little bit impulsive in their life, but not all the time. Like maybe one night you went out drinking and you were impulsive and you did something you weren't supposed to do, and you were like, oh fuck, why did I do this? Like, I see something like that. Join my membership. Okay, we have Mars. Okay, now I'm seeing this image of them say to you like, oh, I don't know if I should say this, but I'm seeing it in my mind's eye. Like, let's say you're getting dressed for an event and they're like, oh, you don't have to get dressed. Like, you look perfectly good without any clothes. Like, I see them saying that. So there is definitely like a lot of steamy energies, passion here, and it's confirmed by Mars, which is all about sexual energy. Mercury, maybe they think that you're someone that knows how to dirty talk in some way, like knows how to be like very flirtatious, turn them on with just your words. Maybe your mindset is attractive to them as well. I see this person or you being like a sapiosexual. But I see that something about your mindset, the way you think, is attractive to this person as well. Jupiter. So Mars is Aries and Scorpio energy, which is confirmed because I said mostly Aries. Then Mercury is Virgo and Gemini, and Jupiter is Pisces, Sagittarius. We also have Sagittarius with the 9th house here. We have the 10th house, which is Capricorn. We have Pisces again. We have Aquarius. And we have Taurus. I'm hearing the word escapism. Okay, there is something about you wanting to be recognized in your career for the help you're bringing others as well. Like maybe you're trying to kind of like step into this leadership energy in your career and help others learn. Maybe you travel a lot for business with the 9th house next to the 10th house. There's also something about you being unique. I heard a little bit superficial, but they don't view it in a negative way. And also there's something about you wanting to build stability for yourself. Stability is important to you, especially in your career. There's something about you just wanting to expand your knowledge as well, especially spiritual knowledge, and travel a lot. There's something about being this assertive, leadership type of person, if that makes sense. You probably speak in a very passionate way with Mars next to Mercury. Like, you speak in possibly like this very bold, loud way where you catch people's attention from that. And maybe you sort of expand people's way of thinking by the way you speak as well. You possibly also want to find your purpose with the 9th house and the 10th house next to each other. Or you possibly are already doing that in some way. And this has to do with your career. So it doesn't even have to be something so huge. It could be like you just helping other people in your career. Maybe you're meant to step into a leadership position in your destiny or your purpose, you know. It could be something like that. So we have U, I. We have D. I'm seeing someone that's good at IT. DJ. Maybe someone here is a DJ. We have G. We have R. We have X. We have A. I also see someone that's a foodie. We have V. And there's something about your smile that they like, and I. So that is what I have for you. I do hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time.